Welcome to UHN Library Information Services Virtual Library Tour. In this tour, I will guide you through the virtual library and highlight the resources and services we provide for Team UHN. What is Library Information Services? We are a library that focuses on providing resources and services for Team UHN. This includes clinicians, staff, researchers, teachers, and learners. If you fall under any of these buckets, we are here to help and support you. Most of our resources are online and accessible from wherever you are through the virtual library, whether you are on a unit at one of the UHN sites or whether you're working remotely from home. One of the services we provide include workshops such as the Write Review for You, this very library tour, and other educational content. We have a schedule of live workshops, but we also have a number of recordings from past workshops that are available on our website. Another service we provide is search assistance. If you are looking for information on a clinical or a research topic, you can come to us and an information specialist can help you improve your search strategies or become a skilled database searcher, and we can even do the search for you and send you the results. What is an information specialist? Information specialists are librarians, and in our library, the information specialists specialize in the health sciences. There are 7 information specialists on the team, and every department and program at UHN has an information specialist assigned to them. Your information specialist can answer questions, help you with other information needs, and they can teach you library and research-related skills. They can provide individual or group sessions, and these can be tailored to your interests and needs. Your information specialist can also do literature searches for you, from finding you a couple of articles to doing something much more intensive, such as being part of a systematic review project. Your library can also help you with your book and article requests. If you are looking for a certain book or a journal article that may not be in our collection, we're happy to receive those requests as well. In order to find and contact your information specialist, you can reach out to us through our general email address, UHNLibraries.ca, or a little bit further on in the presentation, I'll show you our contact page where you can find your information specialist directly. Where do you find the virtual library? The virtual library can be easily accessed through our URL, UHNLibraries.ca. We are working on integrating Westpark resources, and Westpark clients now have access to most of our electronic resources. You can find access to Westpark through UHNLibraries.ca, where we have a specific page for Westpark folks. Also, there are some resources for Westpark that you will need to access through the hub, which I will show you on our site. Going live now, I'm going to give a tour of what our virtual library looks like. This is our home page for UHNLibraries.ca. Again, if you want to find us, you can just type in that URL in the search bar and you'll be right on our page. For most people at UHN, this is the main home page you're going to use. As I mentioned, if you are from Westpark, you are going to go up to the top toolbar here where it says For Westpark. If I click on the button, it's going to take you to the Westpark guide where there is information for you to request for services, training, or contact the specific information specialist for Westpark. Katinka English is the information specialist for Westpark. There is also information here about how you can access Westpark resources. As I mentioned earlier, most UHN virtual library resources are accessible to Westpark staff, but there are some here such as Up to Date, etc., which you will need to access through the hub. There's information here about how to get access to the hub, and please reach out to the help desk at Westpark if you're having any issues with getting access to any of these resources. Let's talk about how you contact us. From the home page, you can find our contact page. Go over to the left-hand side of the page below the UHN OneSearch box to Quick Links. Under Quick Links, there is a contact link. At the top of the page, we also have our general library email address listed. We have the phone numbers for our physical locations, and if you scroll down and look over to the right-hand side of the screen, all our information specialists are listed. If you don't see your department or program on this list, you can reach out to our general library email address and we can help you figure out who your information specialist is in order for you to get help and support. We also have a chat service you can use for any questions you have. There is a little Chat with Us link up at the top of the page between the general email address and the phone numbers. You'll notice that if I go back to our home page by clicking on Home on the blue toolbar at the top under Library Information Services, there is this little pop-up that comes out from the right when you arrive onto the home page. Our chat services are open 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday to Friday, and during those hours the chat feature will prompt you to enter your name, your email, and your question, and then you can chat live to a member of the library staff who can help you with your information request. That is another way you can get in contact with us. If you are looking for a specific kind of request, for example, if you want to request a literature search, you can also go to our Services tab up in the blue toolbar under Library and Information Services and go to Literature Search Request. This link brings you to our Literature Search Request form, which will prompt you to fill out some contact information, information regarding your search request, and what you are looking for. You can select your program or department here, then your request will be automatically forwarded to our information specialists, and someone will get back to you who will be able to help you with your literature search. We'll be going back to the Virtual Library homepage by clicking on Home. Also, under the Services tab, we have an option for Purchase Suggestion. This option is where you can go if you want to suggest a book that you think would be a great addition to our collection. You can send these suggestions here, and then we can see whether it's something we can purchase and add to our collection. Now we are going to go back to the Virtual Library homepage by going to the toolbar and clicking on Home. If you are looking for a specific article or want to request a book, you can find our article or book request form under Quick Links as well. You can use the form for materials that we don't have available at UHN. For example, if you're trying to find the full text of an article and UHN OneSearch says we only have the citation, you can request it here. You will need to fill out some contact information, what the item is, when you need it, and then our document delivery specialist will look to see if they can find a copy from another library. Just because we don't have something immediately in our collection doesn't mean that we might not be able to get it for you. We are here to help you with your information needs. Now let's talk about what is available on our library site. Going back to the home page, we do have some resources up here in the toolbar. If, for instance, you want to watch recordings of other past workshops, you can go to our Workshop tab here. Going back to the Services tab, we also offer knowledge synthesis support. On this page, you will find information about knowledge syntheses, how to choose a review method for your project, as well as the role of our information specialists or librarians in knowledge synthesis projects. If you're working on a research project, I would suggest checking out the tab Research Toolbox for information on types of literature reviews, information about open access, etc. You can also look at the tab The Publication Cycle, which will take you through the entire publication process and talk to you about the different aspects when it comes to writing and publishing a manuscript. I won't get into those any more than that, but please feel free to look at the resources on those tabs. Down in the middle of the page, under UHN OneSearch, we have some of our specific resources. Under the Featured Databases section, we have the most popular and well-used databases, such as Medline, CINAHL, Embase, and PubMed, as well as a link to find the full list of available databases. These are all places that you would go if you're looking for journal articles and other research materials, or if you want to conduct a comprehensive search for evidence on a topic. Below Featured Databases, we have a Clinical Tools section. Clinical tools are great for finding quick summarized information at the point of care. Instead of reading through individual journal articles, you can just find information very quickly. I'll also highlight BMJ Best Practice, which is a great resource to look up information on diseases and conditions. It'll give you summarized information about diagnosis, treatment, case studies, history, and everything like that. I'll also mention that BMJ Best Practice has now been integrated into Epic as well. You can access BMJ Best Practice right from Epic, and it works very similarly to other point-of-care resources, if you've ever used UpToDate or anything like that. It's a very comparable resource. We also have drug resources such as Lexidrug, which is great for finding drug monographs or checking for drug interactions. CPS is another great drug resource, and it's Canadian too. We have additional clinical tools that you can explore by clicking on the More Clinical Tools button. The next thing I'll quickly cover is how do you find things. The easiest way to find anything from our collection on our website, such as if you want to find a relevant book chapter quickly, or if you're starting your research and are looking for a few articles to get you going, I would suggest going to OneSearch, which is the search box right in the middle of our home page. It's basically Google for our library resources. It searches across all of our databases, our journals, ebooks, etc. It works best if you type in just a few keywords. If I were searching for preventing post-concussion syndrome, I would type in something like that into the search box. Click on search, and then it quickly searches across our collection and provides me with resources on this topic. You can use the menu on the left-hand side here in order to filter things down. For example, if you were looking only for journal articles, or you only want ebooks, you can specify those kinds of things, and then you can often access the full text from here. If you want to learn more about UHN OneSearch, we do have a video on it. If I go back to the home page, you will see how to use OneSearch. There's a quick video below the search bar, and it's under 2 minutes. You can always reference that after as well. The other thing I'll mention when it comes to finding information is if you're looking for information about our library specifically. In the top right-hand corner, you will find a magnifying glass, and you can use this to search the website to find pages that have the information you are looking for. You can also check our FAQs. If I go to Quick Links on the left-hand side of our home page, and I click on Help and FAQ, you can find some of our most commonly asked questions, such as how do we find full text of articles? Do we have access to up-to-date at UHN? How can I access library resources at U of T? And so on. You can look here to see if the answer to your question is already here. If not, you can always submit a question or contact us from this page using the links on the right-hand side. One of the last things I'll mention is that we have several physical library locations you can use as well. To find our physical library locations, I'll direct you toward Quick Links again on the left-hand side, where we have our hours and locations. We have 5 different physical library sites that you can use for studying, for a quiet space, using computers, taking out books, etc. All of our locations are listed here. Under hours of operation for each site are the hours that location's library is open for you to use, as well as the days and hours that location is staffed. For example, Toronto General is open for you to use 24/7 with badge access, and it is staffed from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Monday to Friday. Some of the libraries have 24-hour UHN badge access, and some have more limited hours. Please look at this page to see when you can get access to a library or when you can receive in-person library support if you happen to be on site. Thank you for watching this tour of the virtual library. We hope you discovered new ways the library can support you in performing the highest quality care, research, and teaching here at UHN. Please see the description below this video on YouTube for more information, a link to our evaluation form, and to subscribe to our mailing list to stay up to date on new events and resources from UHN Library and Information Services.